Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Dean, and we have some match gameplay for Cricket 19. First off, we're going to be taking a look at some 2020 stuff because this is what, this is sort of, it's probably been floating around about for a week now, that we've seen since the initial, play session of Cricket 19 and what the game had to offer. And now we've got our demo out, but let's, obviously we want to take more of a closer look at the gameplay here, and this is the gameplay that was provided by Big Ant Studios to those outlets who went and played the game at Lords. A little bit later on in this video, we're going to be going through some gameplay that IGN did, IGN Australia that is, a little earlier today, and sort of going through a lot of the key things that they, went through and talked about, and some additions, and I'll give my thoughts on some things. I'll definitely read what you guys are thinking in the comments below as well. So let's just kick into it. Obviously, the first thing I'm noticing is a lot of these gameplays are being played on like stupidly easy difficulty. Especially for whoever's batting. So it kind of makes it seem like the game is just like really easy. But in actual fact, I think it's everyone just absolutely mashing the lofted shot button, so it's probably not going to be that easy. Although Big Bash Boom was relatively in that, easy area. But for the most part, I think that what we can see in this game isn't going to be some drastic change, which I think is good. We do want some kind of consistency between the games. With obviously Ashes Cricket, this is now the fourth game we've seen, or maybe fifth game if you count Don Bradman's, next gen at the time release. So then we had, Bradman 14, Bradman next gen, which was technically Bradman 15, Bradman 17, and then Ashes Cricket, and now we have Cricket 19. So we're getting our first look at all kinds of things here on the screen. We've got the UI, all the different things, and one of the things that has been spoken about is everything is now available in first person. Batting's available in first person, bowling's available in first person, fielding is available in first person. I wonder if running between the wickets is available in first person. I can feel the panic in my eyes, in my soul, as you're running down the wicket and you just turn and you see the guy throw down the stumps and you are 100% short of your crease. That is a terrifying thought, I think, to go through. Why would you want to do that? It's a traumatic experience. But if you do want to go through everything in first person, and turn it into a bit of a horror film for yourself, or you want to immerse yourself in the experience, I mean, VR would be pretty cool, especially for batting. Bowling might make you a bit nauseous, but definitely I think it would be, it's a handy addition, I'm going to say. Next thing we're going to talk about is, I guess, all these broadcast camera angles. Now, none of these are guaranteed as final camera angles. Obviously, we're not sure of the builds they're playing on. It could be the build that we're going to see on the disc, which would have already been started to be manufactured by now because the game is only 12 days away. So we are going to probably see some kind of day one patch, and I guess how much change between then and now. I wouldn't say it would be anything drastic, but we could still see some changes between then and now. So you will definitely see, just some minor tweaks here and there, probably some bug fixes and things like that is what we're more likely to see. But this is sort of how we're going to be looking at the new game. There's a whole bunch of new introductory cutscenes, as well as going through, there's anthems now, there's a new coin toss, there are broadcasters on the field with little microphones. I don't know if they talk at all, but they're definitely broadcasters there. We've got the commentators confirmed, and I was surprised it wasn't actually the two commentators, as the two broadcasters would have been good to scan them in and have them on the field. But our two commentators, I believe, are the same in Michael Slater and James Taylor from Ashes Cricket. So that's obviously good to know, is that they are returning. Hopefully that means that they have built the audio library, and maybe Mel Jones returning as well. Not sure on that one yet, because I only heard the two of those during this gameplay. But that being said, it's good because, consistency with the commentators means we are going to be getting more more lines recorded, because you don't have to re-record what you've already done. You can build on that existing library. I mean, you can re-record what you've already done if you want to make the stitching perfect and things like that, which is probably what you should do. But in this case, I hope that they have decided to not do that and just try and build as much as they can on their library of commentary, because I know a lot of people, especially in my comment section, definitely are saying that they want to hear more variety in the commentary. And it's cricket. It's a long sport, which a lot of people can find very boring, and a lot of the time when you're watching the broadcast on the TV, they talk a lot of crap. So hopefully we get them talking a lot of crap. Now, this is something that has also been introduced in this game, which I'm very, very thankful for, is that you can choose your next batsman in the shorter formats of the games. You used to be able to do it, but it wouldn't just sort of prompt you to do it after the wicket was taken. It was something you had to go into the batting order, and it wasn't something you could necessarily change on the fly. If you lost a wicket, you were like, crap, I'm stuck with whatever my batting order is. So now you do have that opportunity to go, I'm going to change up my batting order, because I feel like that is something that needs to be done. If you want to put a Maxwell in at number 3, if you've batted for 17 overs or something, that is your prerogative to do that. You can make that decision there as well. Obviously, getting the new ball tracking. We'll go through the Hawkeye as well. We'll go through the DRS stuff a little bit later on. I don't think there was any hotspot shown in that, but it seems like a lot of this game has just been improvements, and I guess polish is something that Ross was talking about. They're going to try and polish as much as they can. New animation system, which means there should be some better animation blends. We won't see as much jankiness going on. Hopefully that means the fielding is much better, and we'll definitely see a lot more in the fielding. Hopefully none of those like sliding catches. Hopefully we'll see some better fielding on the deep. Maybe you can dive to save a boundary in this game. I think that would be something that would be exponentially cool. And again, I think these guys are playing on some super easy difficulty, because it does seem like they are scoring at a ridiculously high rate. Although they are playing as, Australia and England, which are the 2 licensed teams, which means they should have the highest rated players, which means they should actually be good at batting and good at bowling. So you would expect them to hit, some boundaries here and there, especially in a 2020 game. The next thing is more of just a little note that I know a lot of people are picking up on, and they're saying the heads look a little out of proportion. Now, from what I can see, I don't actually think it's the heads. I think it is actually just the helmet. The helmet just looks a little big, and that's what makes it look a little bigger than what it really is. I don't know. Let me just know your thoughts on that one. That's just my one minor thing I'm gonna take out of this. The other one that I heard them talking about is, obviously they've done a lot of work on replays and looking TV broadcast style. We saw those cutscenes pre-game, and one of the things that was said, and I'm gonna quote this because it says there's gonna be a highlights package at the end of the session. Now, I use the word session as a quote because I don't want to say match, just in case it isn't match, in case session is actually session, and at the end of that session of a test match, that's what you'll see a highlights package then. But it would be great if we saw a highlights package at the end of a test match as well, which I think is going to be great, because it does mean you can go back and, obviously in the previous games, you get a wicket, it could be a game-winning, wicket, and you sort of forget about it the next ball, because obviously it's cricket, you move on. But now we're going to get to go back and hopefully revisit those good moments with these highlight videos at the end of the sessions. And I have just realized that they do actually have a highlights package inside this video, so I will be putting it on right now. This is the highlights package as of the end of the match. Sorry if I'm spoiling the result for you. But this is sort of what the highlights packages are going to look like, which I think is good. It's not too over the top. It's not like in your face as in, hey, look at these highlights. It's just showing you bits and pieces of the game, which just adds another element to what is already, something that you are happily enjoying, and you see the result. Alright, so I do want to wrap this up just before I talk super long about this. Just a couple more things. In career mode, there's actually 180-ish perks from for the actual number. So that does mean, as I was talking about in my career mode video, you are going to build your player very specifically around how you want to play and which formats you want to play. So that is just a massive thing. Watching this gameplay, I also learned there was a few more crowd reactions just to add a little bit more variety to what we were, listening to and watching in the past. I'm still very, very keen for scenario mode. You're going to see a ton of that scenario mode stuff on this channel here. And in terms of just what I'm generally thinking about this game, I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited to play it. Obviously, playing the demo and just the game just like feels good. Obviously, I'm on PC, so I'm getting stupidly high frame rate, which is great. I hope it runs that well on console, which I shouldn't be too concerned about because it has been the previous Ashes game did run really, really well on console. You'll obviously notice a couple more broadcast-related things here. You see the projected score. You've always got your run rate up there, and your overs are always up there. I think they're maximizing the space of the HUD very well in this time around, and so you're always seeing stuff that you need to see, which is really good. And I think that once we do get our hands on this, we get to bat, we get to bowl to an actual player, we get to see the AI in their, in their smartness, the AI trying to work out how to get us out, throwing a few short balls and a full ball, or throwing a few off cutters and a leg cutter to try and get the outside edge, or swinging a few in, then one that goes straight on, then a couple more in, then maybe one that goes away. So I think that that's going to be adding all the variety that we would like to see in this game to whatever it is that we're going to be looking at. Anyway, that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see the full, it's a 40-minute gameplay up on IGN's YouTube channel. The link for that is in the description. Head over there if you really want to. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Stay tuned here for more Cricket 19 gameplay. We'll be doing everything as it comes out. And subscribe if you're new. Otherwise, have a great day, everyone. I'll see you all later. Bye. Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Dean, or as I am known right here, Twisty. And today we are having a crack at some more Cricket 19. And today we're going to be talking about career mode, because this is something that I obviously play a hell of a lot on this channel.